All right, dudes. Just got done with some shuffles. Not too bad of a day in the shuff. Had to grind our way out of the pits, but we did it. And we're just gonna do this on stream, so hopefully we can make it relatively quick. But this is a highly anticipated topic that you guys always ask about, which is fine, but it's the add-ons. And I haven't made an add-ons update video in a bit, so I think we can go ahead and do that. Now, the main thing that I know that you guys are gonna want right off the bat is my threat plates profile. I've done a few things interesting. We have custom nameplates for like Psyfiend and Demonic Tyrant that I think are kind of cool. I might want to even add one in there for Spirit Link, just to make it even more easy to see. But this makes the Psyfiend kind of like woo woo woo, you know, like it's like the nameplate is purple and it's got a big border on it. Same thing for Tyrant. So in this most recent update, I will give that to you guys. But yeah, this is the add-on that makes my little nameplates look like this. Looks kind of nice. I like the way the debuffs look on there too. And if you guys want that, then I will drop that in the description of the video in a little paste bin that you guys can just go to your threat plates once I guess I drop combat. And then you just go to import profile and then you'll drop in the profile right there. And I can just export that for you and it'll give you my settings as they are. I definitely encourage you guys to kind of get in there, tinker around, click around and see what's up. Like you can make like Spirit Link, I can make it like red. Something like that, so yeah, I can make it like a really easy to see Spirit Link. That sort of thing. I don't know if I actually like red. Make it like something else. Make it like really dark blue or something. So you can see Spirit Link. But you can kind of tinker around with these and whatever else, right? I can even make it special, so it looks like red on the outline or whatever. But what I really want to do is just go ahead and make a custom nameplate for it, and it looks crazy, right? So there's that. But that's the first add-on on the list, and it's the one that you guys ask about the most, so that's that for you. Another thing that you guys ask about a lot are the weak auras. So I cannot, okay, don't worry about these raid ones. I cannot link you guys every single weak aura that I use, but some of them, like the arena weak auras, I might actually have to just like take these off. Like these are raid weak auras. We're taking a little break from raiding right now, but these are kind of insane. But there are a couple weak auras that I think could be useful to you guys. I think if you come in my chat and type alerts WA, it gives you the weak aura pack for arena stuff. I haven't really messed with my arena stuff too much, but that should hopefully get you some of them. But anytime there's a weak aura that you're curious about, you can do what I do, which is go to your favorite internet browser and type in like Psyfiend weak aura or like healer in CC weak aura, and you go to the website and then chances are there's the weak aura that you're looking for. So my weak auras aren't like super top secret or anything. I do want to not load these currently. I kind of want to like disable these for now. Can I like make them go somewhere else? I don't need these raid weak auras right now. Load them never. Oh gosh, they're still there. All right, so again, more than ever, don't worry about those. I'll figure out how to get those later. But I do have a couple weak auras in my chat, like !stats WA for this one right here. I think we have like a don't release weak aura thing as well. But a lot of times you guys can just go to the weak aura website and just search for it, and you should be able to do it. Click the eye. Is that how we get all these out of here? We did the don't load. I don't even know what all these are. These are something completely different. But we were doing some raiding, so we have all these raiding weak auras. But anyway, let's go on the list. DBM is what I use for raiding to yell at me, like to get out of the fire and stuff and announce boss mechanics. Ability team tracker is the thing. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, weird. Oh yeah, I can't do it right now. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. You can't always see it all on my screen because I have things a little bit different, but let me show you. Ability team tracker is just that thing on the side that shows you my teammates' abilities and stuff. So that's kind of helpful and kind of neat to be like, oh, but like it's usually what you do is you usually are like, oh, why did we die there? We had bubble. That guy's a noob. Like that's usually the main thing. That's usually what that add-on's for, is just flaming your teammates for not using defensive cooldowns after you lose a shuffle match. Advanced interface options gives you some options to like turn on and off combat text. Lets you zoom out your camera a little bit more. It gives you some old like options like showing like guild names or status text. I don't know, just this other kind of stuff right here, which is kind of useful if you want to have like your guild name on or off or not. You know, you can do this kind of stuff. But I think I mostly use it just for messing with my combat text. Like if you use mixed scrolling battle text, it'll turn it off, then you can use this to turn it back on. It's kind of useful. Astral keys is just where you can type like /keys and it'll show you all your teammates' keys for Mythic Plus. Auctionator is my auction house add-on. I just think it makes it a little bit more easy to use. This works really great in conjunction with Zygor for tracking all that kind of stuff. Shout out to our sponsor Zygor. But like you can just go to the selling tab and you can just drag in all this junk and chuck it up on the auction house for a reasonable price. Make sure you're not getting undercut too bad. Boom. Easy peasy. We got Bag Brother. I'm not actually, I don't even think I'm using that right now, but I think that it lets you, it's like a thing that goes along with Bagnon, and it can show you like what all items you have. Bank Stack. I don't think I need this anymore either, because I think that this just has like an automatic cleanup button for your bags, so I think we can probably turn that one off too. Bartender. Blizzard kind of put Bartender in the game, but I like the way that Bartender shows the name of my skills. So instead of it saying num, it'll say N1 and N2, because I use number pad for a lot of my my skills I bind on my mouse. And I don't like it when it says just num. I like it when it says N1. So I just use Bartender for that to bind my keys. Battleground enemies is the thing that you'll see on the side of the screen in a battleground, where it shows all the enemies in the battleground. It's kind of useful for tracking DRs or just like seeing where people are. Big debuffs is the thing that you will see on the side of people's like bars that show their like cooldowns. You can configure it so it shows like stuns. This is actually Weakor is doing that, but like if you're in arena and you see like, you know, recklessness on the side of somebody's screen and you can like, oh, okay, they have recklessness up. That's just one way of tracking that. You can do a lot of stuff with big debuffs. Big wigs, this is PvE stuff. Let's turn that off. Blizz move. This is mostly something that I use because I use an ultra wide monitor and I don't necessarily like to have my screen have the bars in the top and bottom. So what I'll do is I'll use an add-on called Blizz move that lets me move these windows around so that it's just nicer for the stream. You guys can try it too if you want to. Capping, I think this is redundant because you have trackers for capping stuff on your like BG Blitz, but I think one thing I might want to do for capping is like stop showing, if I can, stop showing like the time of like arena or something like that, like Q bars. We do want loud Q, but anyway, I'll leave this alone. I could probably fix something else, but anyway, it just gives you information about the BGs. I think it actually might be Quartz that's showing me information that I don't want in the arena. That's helpful. Details is this just my good old damage meter right here. Diminish shows DRs on myself, so I can know when I'm off stun DR, so I need to be watching out for the rogue coming to get me, or disarm DR, or sheep DR, or whatever. Just kind of allows you to track the DR on your own self. Friend groups just kind of lets me sort my peeps into like PvP healers, PvP DPS, like, you know, Mythic Plus pumpers in my friends list, which is kind of neat. So you can sort all your guys depending on what you're up to. Gladius EX is what I use on the side of my screen to track DRs on the enemies. And I like it because you can make it so that the DR shows as so all stuns will show as Stormbolt DR. Everything that's possibly Fear DR will show as Intimidating Shout DR, even if it's like the rogue cheap shotted to cause the stun DR. It'll still show it as my DRs, and if it's not showing an ability that I have, then I don't have to worry about that DR, which is pretty cool. So you're like, oh man, is like this on Fear DR is the same thing? It's like, no, if it ain't Fear DR, it ain't Fear DR. So it makes it a little bit easier. You can use it to track enemies' cooldowns, along with an add-on called, I'll show you down here. It's in there somewheres, Omnibar. You can track that as well. But I think that's just kind of useful. Now, where that setting is in Gladius EX, I'm gonna have to freaking find it because it's in there somewhere. let's see. Icon for category, right? So you can make it so like all taunts, all disorients shows as an intimidating shout, all disarm shows disarm, all stun shows stormbolt, right? So you can go in there and mess with it that way, so that all of your stuff looks like stuff that you do, looks like your abilities. If you don't have a knockback, you don't have to worry about it, right? I mean, if you want to know what the DR is, like if it's like, okay, like if you wanted to, you could set it up as like, you know, Typhoon or whatever. Like if you think of this as a silence, right? Then that can always be your silence DR no matter what, right? If you look at incapacitate and you want to think of it always as, you know, like monking cap or whatever, that's fine. Just as if you recognize what the DR actually is, that's fine. But again, you can just set these up so that all the disarms is your disarm, all the stuns are your stuns, so you're not messing up your own DRs. But if you want to track other things that are important, like, you know, you could. But that's I don't do that because I don't really, I'm a warrior, I don't care, right? Let's see, Gladiator Shuffle wins tracker. That's just for tracking your legend wins and stuff. So like, you go to here, go to here, go to here. I can track my Shuffle legend wins, and then it'll show up in my quest log. And Strategist wins. We're like halfway to Strategist. Nice. Gotta work on our Glad wins though. That's for sure. We'll get there. That's kind of neat. Then we have. Right, we kind of went over that. Handy Notes shows a bunch of cool stuff on your map. Leatrix Plus does a bunch of quality of life stuff like fast looting and whatnot. Little Wigs is the dungeon add-on. Method Raid Tools is a basically dungeon and raid add-on. Mixed Scrolling Battle Text is the thing that pops up and shows my reflects. And then what says right now, get dunked on, because we're doing a sponsored stream on the front page of Twitch, and so I changed that. How you do that is notifications, as in killing blows. You come down here and you go into this, and you can edit what you want it to say, and you can put it in the scroll. You make a scroll area for it, and then you make the output message that, and then you can configure your scroll areas like this. You can add a scroll area and configure them. Pretty fun little add-on. I also have interrupts and reflects on here because I think it's kind of cool to see like when you pummel or when you reflect something. And I believe that some of those are outgoing player. Like, if you interrupt, it'll show that, and reflect, it'll show the reflect. And then I make the scroll area for that, and then plop it on that. And so it looks kind of cool. That's an add-on I've been using forever. That's how you make it say, like, you know, with the pop-ups, right? NiceDamage, you can come in my chat and type exclamation mark NiceDamage. It's what makes my actual text look kind of like those cool looking numbers. That's another one people love is NiceDamage. So come on in Twitch chat, type exclamation mark NiceDamage, all one word, it'll get that for you. Omnibar is the add-on that shows, you know, another way of tracking people's cooldowns. You see up top, you can keep an eye on the death coil. So like, you know, if you charge a lock, you can maybe expect that he's gonna death coil you. Or you can track their defensive cooldowns, like, oh man, this guy has no little shield for a bit. He just used his wall. Good to know he won't have that for 3 minutes. We'll come back to him, right? That kind of thing. Just tracking CDs. It's definitely very helpful for casters, tracking kicks, but again, I'm a warrior, I don't care about that. OmniCC kind of does the same thing as Arena Team Tracker or whatever. I think actually, this actually just shows a cooldown for everything, but I don't like I like the way that WoW does it better. It's like, this just takes up too much room on the action bar, and you can probably configure that, but I don't care. Postal is a mail add-on that you loot all your mail at once. Quartz is my cast bars here. I just kind of like the cast bars to look different, and I like being able to customize them. So that's what I've got going there. Now I do have a question about Quartz. I think it's cap. I think that what's the add-on that's doing is actually capping. But again, like in certain things in Arena, it's showing me like how long the arena is going to go for down here, and I really don't need that information, so I need to go take that off. But Quartz is kind of a cool add-on for that. Safe queue is nice. It disables the leave queue button so that you can't possibly leave the queue for an arena on accident. Smart tab target, and then there's another tab target one. I don't even think they work anymore. I do have it there. It's supposed to set your tab target to, you know, PvE tab target and PvE, and PvP tab target and PvP. I think maybe it actually is working. I'm just making stuff up. Talent set manager, I don't think is a thing anymore. Threat plates is the add-on that I showed you guys where it's my plates. True stat values, that's a neat add-on that shows you how much room you have in your stats before you're over capping. So if you're like, okay, I don't want to incur a penalty on my stats. Like I'm just barely incurring a penalty on verse. We don't have a penalty on that. We don't have a penalty on that. We are definitely not in penalty on that. So like we're pretty much good to go. I bet you love that one, Ender. Just making sure you're absolutely min-maxed. Then Trophy GCD is this add-on that is showing you guys my abilities down here. So when you guys are like, hey, what's your rotation for Fury? What you can do is just keep an eye right here, and you can actually see my buttons. Some things get a little weird. Like Whirlwind will show 3 times for some reason, because it's like 3 different hits. So I'm not spamming 3 Whirlwinds. That's just 1 Whirlwind. But you can see what that looks like to track my abilities if you're interested. Like Bloodthirst will show during Bladestorm because of Unhinged, so just keep that in mind. Little things like that. But yeah, if you want to see what my rotation looks like, there's that. Then we have Weak Auras, and then of course we have Zygor. Zygor is gonna be something that I mean, I'm just doing PvP and stuff right now, so I haven't really been using it as much, but we're about to do some classic grind, and we're definitely gonna want that. And Zygor is also useful for like gold making in professions. It's pretty fantastic, and it's gonna be absolutely essential for me going back into classic WoW, because it helps me have some sort of idea of what the heck to do next, because you're kind of on your own in classic, and I don't necessarily love that feeling. Rather have a path, and Zygor gives me that path, so shout out to our sponsor for that one. But that's my add-ons for now. That's what we've got going on. Hopefully that helps you guys. I know that most of you just want to know about NiceDamage and threat plates and what else. I don't know. Hopefully that helps get you guys started. I will get my threat plates export right now, and we will get that updated for you. See, it's a gigantic jumble of stuff, and then you just import this copy paste into your threat plates, and you'll be good to go. But either way, that's the add-ons video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure you show it some love. See you guys on stream. More games and gains. Peace.